My name is Anita. This is my story. 3 years ago, my husband and I agreed to relocate to the UK. The only option we had was for him to go to school, while my 2 children and I joined him as dependents. When we got to the UK, he started schooling, while I got a job as a caregiver. I was the one providing the money to assist him with his school fees while he was schooling. He was only permitted to work for 20 hours in a week, but I have unlimited work hours. I provided the finance needed to run the home. In the process, one of my best friends, Precious, encouraged me to have a boyfriend who will assist me financially since we needed more money to survive. Mind you, my husband was a cheat when we were in our country, so I felt it was time to pay back after all. I noticed that my supervisor liked me, but he didn't know how to say it. Then I decided to deliberately give him the room to ask me out. That was how I started dating my married supervisor. To justify my action, my friend Precious suggested that I need to start giving my husband some bad attitude so that his reaction will be the reason I have a boyfriend. I told my husband that since I am the one providing the finance, he has to start cooking and taking care of the kids, because I need some rest when I am at home. I also told him that he will be having sex with me once a month. He was not cool with that arrangement, so the quarrel started and my plans worked well. Most Friday nights, I started clubbing with my new boyfriend, while I left my 2 kids with my husband at home. The bad thing is that anytime I am going to the nightclub, I dress very sexy, with some of my body parts exposed. After about 4 outings, he tried stopping me. We fought and I told him that I will not come back that night. I reminded him that this was what he was doing to me back at home. He had no choice but to allow me to go, otherwise I would stop assisting him in his schooling. One day, he caught me in the bedroom, making a video call with my supervisor. I was barely naked, putting on only pants without anything to cover my upper body. He couldn't take it, he was very angry and slapped me. That was when I called the police and he was given a restraining order to stay away from me and the kids. He was lucky that at this point he already graduated. So he stayed with one of his friends who was living very close to my house so he can have access to the kids once in a while. However, I think he became so uncomfortable because of the way I was living my life. He stopped contacting me and the kids. When I called the friend he was living with, he told me that he left the city already. After about 6 months, my Jamaican boyfriend was sacked for some reasons. He, too, left the city. Life became unbearable that I could not cope with the bills, so I called my girlfriend who encouraged me to do all this, that I can't cope anymore without my husband. That I need him back, that she should help me beg him because she knows him too. So she invited me to her house. At this point I was already separated from my husband for about 9 months, so when I got to her house, I knocked and she opened the door for me. Mind you, my friend Precious has no husband. She used to have a boyfriend before leaving the country. When she got to the UK she broke up with the guy. So she is now single. But surprisingly, I heard someone called her sweetheart from the room. I had to ask her when she got a new boyfriend, because we have been talking all this while and she did not mention it to me. The next thing I saw, my husband walked out from the room. My jaw dropped. I was shocked to the bone. I asked him what he was doing there and my friend responded that since I don't know how to keep a man, she had found a way to keep him. She added that he has started my divorce process. As soon as it is concluded, they will start planning their marriage. I cried and accused her of deceiving me. Both of them threw me out of the house. I am confused now, please advise me on what to do. Should I arrest my friend, or send people to go and beg my husband? I am depressed.